hold within the power to create your life, my friend. And it's not something that's hard to attain or hard to do. All it requires is to organize your energy correctly. You can look at this message as a genuine guidance that will allow you to organize your energy the way that you will experience more clarity in your mind, you will experience more emotional harmony, you will learn to manage your energy and to embody more of your future rather than just living in your past. You see, when we talk about manifestation or creating our desires out of thoughts and aligned action, it's not forcing your desires into existence, but becoming aligned with it, becoming the energy of what you want. And to do this, you must organize your energy, for it is the foundation upon which all manifestations are built. And before we begin, I just want to encourage you that you already have what it takes. You have what it takes. So all we need is a bit more clarity. So how to organize your energy? Let's start with clarity of intention. When you begin by understanding what you truly desire, you begin your journey by knowing what you truly want. And this is not something you've heard from someone, like, I want this because that other person has it. I want this car because I saw it on Instagram and it's beautiful. Well, maybe it is your desire. I would think that that's what I've experienced in my life, that what I feel deeply attracted to, that's something that's meant for me. So when I wanted to have certain things that were very special to me, I found a way to make it happen. So I've recognized when you're really in tune with what are your real heart's desires, you will make it happen. You will find a way to make it happen. But sometimes people mistake their desires for desires of their friends or desires of their family. That's why clarity of intent is the most important thing for you to organize your energy. And this is something that you just need to take time, take a journaling block and just ask yourself, what do I want? What would be my greatest possible life I could live? How do I want to live? And don't limit yourself with anything. Because until now you've been limited by many things. You don't even maybe encourage yourself to dream a bit bigger, to think about possibilities rather than just doubts. And you see, sometimes people believe more in their doubts than in their beliefs of the future. But those who really shift their lives believe more in their vision of the future and less into their doubts. So know that a scattered mind creates scattered energy. Focus creates flow. That's why often we use laser light as an example. It is a coherent light, so you can actually turn it towards far distances and it will reach them. That's coherency. When you have these bulb lights that you have at home, they don't go far. It enlightens your room and that's all. When you have a scattered mind, it will also, take you through the day, but it will not take you far in life. When you have a focused mind, maybe sometimes in a day you will feel like there's less freedom and spontaneity, but on a long run, you will experience more freedom and more options because you will create them for yourself, and along the way you will also build required discipline that will allow you to enjoy things that are worthy of your enjoyment, rather than just something that gives you instant gratification. This is clarity of intent. That's how you become clear on what you truly want, what your heart truly desires. Then the second step to organizing your energy is emotional harmony. What is emotional harmony? Well, emotions are the fuel of manifestation. When you feel emotionally separated from the life you want to live, it's also because you believe it's not possible for you. And you only believe it's not possible for you because you don't have any evidence for potential, possibilities. So you don't find evidence for it without making it, right? But to make it, you need to be inspired for it. And to be inspired for it, you need to change the way you live your life. So emotions are the byproduct of your past experiences. That's how it is. When you don't feel emotionally aligned with your future, with your dream, with your vision, it means that most of the time you mentally live in your past. To live more in the present moment so you can be inspired by the vision of the future, it means that you need to install into your creative mind knowledge that will feed your future. You see, you're creating your future into existence in the present moment. And therefore, your action is always a reflection of your mind. It's always a reflection of your knowledge. And if you would like to create a good life for you, whatever good means to you, it means that you need to have a knowledge of people who live what you would describe as a good life, because they know something you don't know, and therefore you can learn from them to know better. And it's not just learning. Sometimes you just need to meditate and you will in tune with your inner wisdom that already knows. But there always must be balance between the inner and the outer. Sometimes intuition will guide you to the book and then the book will teach you, right? And sometimes the book will guide you to your intuition and then your intuition will teach you. It's the constant balance between inner and outer. That's why sometimes people who go into spirituality never learn to truly manifest their lives, because they only depend on one aspect of them, which is their spirit. But we also live in a physical dimension that works as a mirror. It mirrors back to us what was already created and what's within us. So sometimes when you walk around, you see incredible knowledge, incredible teachers, incredible information from people who've already experienced what you're looking for. And to get into emotional harmony, therefore, you can learn from them. You will notice some people learn to heal their hearts and they can help you. Some people have learned to make more money and they can help you. Some people have learned to be more aligned, to live a life that's really, aligned with your vision, aligned with your values, and they will teach you through books, through videos, through whatever you prefer the most. The point is that you don't lose yourself then in these teachings. You still stay connected with your intuition and you only take what resonates with you. That's why there must be balance between inner and outer world. That's how you live as a true spiritual being, having a learning, rich human experience. So meditation will help you sometimes to get discernment, to filter the right information. Journaling will help you a lot because you can just freely write down your mind and you will see what resonates with you. Sometimes just breathing in quietness and meditating and being in tune with yourself will help you to recognize what truly matters, so you can put yourself back into emotional harmony. Notice that your past can only serve you as a teacher, but not as a guide. Most of the time, whatever happened to you doesn't determine your future. It only teaches you more about yourself and about the world around you. but it doesn't say to you, this is how things are. It says to you, this is how things were in your life, but it doesn't mean that's how life is. Life is a vast field of infinite possibilities. And therefore, to experience more in your life, you need to recognize that new perspectives will open new doors, and new perspectives need to be taught sometimes. One way is to meditate and to look at your life as an observer. So you're not irrational, you're not emotionally reacting to what's happening, you just observe. Observe it from, like you would be watching a movie, sitting in front of a screen and observing your life. This is one way. The second way is to learn from those who are already where you want to be. They will give you new perspectives. And the third way is to find yourself a mentor, someone who will actually guide you through the process. And every time you will have certain emotional breakdowns or moments of separation, you can reach for this kind of guidance and ask for tools. But you need to know that you are the one that will make it happen. Then the third part when it comes to organizing your energy is energy management. Your energy must remain vibrant and direct. So you need to learn to avoid distractions and certain draining influences. Along your path, you've recognized that, well, certain people are filling you up with energy and certain people are draining you. Those who are draining you are also those who don't want you to change. And you need to decide, do you still see yourself living like that? Or you want maybe more out of your life? Maybe you don't want more out of your life, but you want better people around you. And also for having better people around you, you need to ask yourself, what can you offer to this that you would describe better people? Because all relationships are some kind of exchange, right? You give them something, they give you something. You give them care, they give you care. You give them insights, wisdom, support. They give you that. You give them love, they give you love. That's how it works. So sometimes, energy management is just recognizing that the way to meet greater people in your life is to grow into a greater version of yourself, because suddenly your energy will just not match with those people from your past. It will separate you. And because you've grown and you've started thinking differently and you've started feeling better and you've started doing things that feel more purposeful and meaningful to you, that path will naturally lead you to people who are in these fields that you are in. And you will feel attracted and people will feel attracted to you that have similar minds, similar interests, similar intentions. It just happens this way. Life naturally puts together cells, humans, animals that can build something bigger out of it. That's how organism was born in nature. Cells came together because one cell was not able to maintain more than a limited amount of information. So they started merging together so they could evolve and learn more information about the environment and so on and so on. So this is how you recognize that certain people in your life are just not here to help you. That's how you start managing your energy. You also need to recognize that your energy must be directed towards what will fulfill you, not what will exhaust you. And you will notice in your life that, well, easy things usually exhaust you faster than hard things. Well, hard things feel more painful at the beginning, but give you more energy at the end. Like a good workout feels painful at the beginning, but at the end you have more energy and a sense of accomplishment. Going under a cold shower is very painful, but at the end you have more energy. Things like that. Accomplishing your tasks at the beginning may be painful, but at the end you will have a sense of accomplishment. Even if you feel tired, you still know you've done a lot to get a bit closer to where you want to go. So when you learn to manage your energy correctly, you will notice that you are actually feeling more in the flow with the life that's really meant for you. You also need to learn to protect your energy, because sometimes you will be surrounded by people whom you would describe as energy vampires. Those are people who just energetically attach to you because you have something they want, but they don't know how to get it. When you have this kind of energies around you, this kind of people around you, learn to cut the cords and maybe protect your aura if that's something that resonates with you. Like, just imagine a shield around your body, and yeah, it will protect you. When you feel that you just can't stop thinking about a certain toxic person, it means that person is attached to you. Cut the cord and focus back on what matters to you. If that's peace at that specific moment, provide yourself what gives you peace. Creative expression is what your soul craves the most. That's another part to energy management. If you feel like you're often drained out, it's because you're not managing your energy correctly. Sometimes it may be that you're burned out because you've been doing too many things that don't put your soul on fire. And if you learn to balance your work, your responsibilities with activities that actually put your soul on fire, you will recognize that you will also have then more energy for your responsibilities. Powerful thing, that's balance. And then the fourth part to organizing your energy is embodiment of desire. Live as though your manifestation has already arrived, and you know this thing, you've heard all of that. But sometimes, when we want money, I know it was tough for me when, I was in a phase of my life where I wanted to create more money for myself because, I was broke and I needed more money. I couldn't just live as I'm already rich because, it was sometimes, a limited experience to buy food or pay bills. So I couldn't just live as I already have money. But I've recognized I can still maintain my emotional state as I have it. Like, I would catch myself every time fear arose or frustration arose because I didn't have it, and I would check myself and I would put myself back into a state of gratitude, even if I was losing it, even if that gratitude was not as perfect as the gratitude that you feel when you receive something. It was still a bit closer than what I didn't want to feel. And it helped me to learn to cultivate a state of presence, because in the present moment, you don't feel fear, you don't feel frustration, you don't feel anger. It's only because you start creating, expectations that this kind of struggle will go forever, and you start believing it, and that's why you feel frustrated and afraid. But when you become more present in experiences that awaken fear inside of you, you know that if you're doing the work, if you are maintaining and organizing your energy, it will not be forever, because reality is a reflection of the past. It is a reflection of the past. In the next 2 to 5 years, everything will change. Just in this year, you will see that everything will change for you if you will be doing the work. So I also want to give you 4 very simple tools that will just help you to keep investing your energy into the future so it can manifest for you. And you know about all of them, but I will remind you. One is visualization. This is something I've been practicing daily. Especially at times I wanted to visualize it. But don't fall into a trap of visualization. The trap is that you visualize something that you want, and then you wake up from that meditation and you feel like, oh, it's not here yet, it doesn't work. You see, visualization is actually organizing your brain so you can function and be prepared to do the necessary work that will take you there. It's not just hoping that something will change. Eventually, things in your life will change because you are rewiring your brain for that change. But only so you can, for example, visualize yourself doing the work that will take you there, visualizing yourself being at meetings you want to go, visualizing yourself meeting your clients that are not real yet, just preparing yourself for what kind of speech you will make, how you will handshake, what's your body posture, how you're dressed, and all of this to prepare yourself. That's why in visualization we use all senses, not just to attract something to you, but actually to train yourself as it's already real, like athletes are doing. You're preparing yourself before you go onto the field. You're preparing yourself before you enter your new reality by actually becoming a version of yourself you need to be to make it happen. So that's why we visualize. It's not just so you would attract something towards you. And yes, many times it happens out of nowhere. But the point is that you train yourself into a certain type of change. I call it evolution, because you truly want to evolve, not just change into another miserable you or whatever. You want to evolve so you become less miserable and maybe more grateful, more aligned. So you need to notice what that you is, how that you is, who that you is, that feels more aligned, more grateful, more whatever. And some people use affirmations. To me, affirmations never worked. I rather tapped onto my heart and I reminded myself of the things I can be grateful for, of the things that put me back into alignment. That's something that worked for me, but some people work with affirmations and they work for them. They say to themselves constantly, I am abundant, I am deeply loved, I effortlessly attract opportunities, and they change their life. So you need to recognize what works for you and then use it daily. Use it daily. Every single moment you fall into a program, just wake up and remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself who you are. And the third part to it is gratitude. Because I know gratitude is the amplifier of any manifestation, because so many of us have experienced it before. And if you think about it for a moment, like, what was the thing you've been practicing through gratitude and it expanded in your life? What was the thing? And then how certain things in your life decreased or left you because you were not grateful for them. Just think about it to see the pattern, because once you see it, you can't not see it, right? So when you notice that you're lacking gratitude, you're focused too much onto details of what feels that doesn't work, while on the long run, something big is unfolding, and the gratitude will help you to see the big picture. So even before your desire appears, thank the universe as that it already has. It already has. Feel genuine appreciation for all that you already have, my friend, and for all the blessings that are present. And the last tool that I want to give you is aligned action. You just can't manifest without it. Not that you can't, I will not say that, but it's not so fun. Well, what is the most fun of this process is an experience, an actual experience of walking in the flow with the universe. That is called aligned action. Aligned action is not often what you want to do, because your body is trained to do what you're used of doing. But aligned action is what your soul calls you to do. When your heart says, hey, start painting, it says to me, but my mind is like, oh, I need to answer these emails and I need to do these things around the house and I need to call that person and I need to, write back that message or whatever. My heart is like, go painting and take care of these things later. Like, I need some of this. This is aligned action. When you feel aligned, you do it. So listen to the intuitive insights of your higher self, or whatever you call it. Because often they seem small or completely unrelated at first, but they are divinely inspired steps leading you toward your desire. So yeah, trust the process, my friend. And remember that what you need the most is being patient. I think every one of us is learning in this lifetime patience the most. Know that everything works in divine timing, not human timing. When you align your energy, trust the process, and remain strongly grounded in your faith, in that deep knowing that it is working, what you seek will come to you effortlessly. When I say effortlessly, I don't mean like without any action, like we've talked about everything. I mean it will feel like it just came out of nowhere. And I can tell you that because I have journaling blocks from 10 years ago, from 8 years ago. And every time I read something randomly, I have goosebumps because I see it all happened. It all happened. Not at the time I wanted, not when I desired it the most, but yeah, eventually it all happened. You are watching my videos because it happened. It worked out. So trust yourself, my friend. I will leave you here. I hope you found great value. Let me know in the comment section what's maybe your biggest challenge and how you are resolving it right now so you can be an inspiration to someone else. Thank you so much, and much love to all of you from the community. I love you all. I love seeing you grow. We are here in this together, right? So yes, let's go. Let's go. Thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art in our store, AttractPassion.com, or Etsy store, AttractPassion. On AttractPassion.com, we are running a very special sale, 25% off on all the prints of my art. So go and check it out. Don't miss it. It's only until tomorrow, the January 3rd. And also, thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. Thank you so much, and till next time, one love.